שיר אמר זה לכן סוסי סיני יויש ובשם מניחין ובמיליארד נעים כן שבר ליד ויתקן אין לאד לנות שכוננו חוננו עד חוננו גראוס ואנבוז רב סוב לנפשנה לאג שנה נמה בוז ליגה יוינים. Tzedakah, my friends, together. It will bring thee salvation. Don't give up. Because we can make it happen. We are the ones who are going to bring the Geula. Through our prayers, through our tzedakah, through our acts of kindness and goodness, to our love for your fellow Jew, to our commitment, to our determined, to our faith, we will happen it. We will have it. But then comes the question. Every so often we ask ourselves, I will bring Mashiach. If all the great sages, mystics, and the holy people of the past generations were unable to bring Mashiach in their lifetimes, how can we imagine that we will be able to make it happen? So here is an interesting little article I read from somebody by the name of Rabbi Zushe Silberstein. And this is what she writes. The thing to realize about redemption is that it is not an all or nothing proposition. Bringing Mashiach is not the sole responsibility of any one generation. It is the culmination of a collective effort. Goodness accumulated throughout the ages, and goodness doesn't disappear. Also, there is a specific benefit to being in this generation. The Hasidic masters teach that the purpose of creation is to make this world into a dwelling place for God. Not the worlds of the angels, not some heavenly realm of souls and spiritual beings, but this earthy, palpable, mundane, physical world. In order to bring Mashiach, this is what we need to work on. We've got to bring God down to earth. Let me ask you, is there any generation that is better qualifies as being down to earth as ours? For Mashiach to come, the godly needs to be revealed in us, in what the Kabbalists call the lower realms. In fact, the generation before the coming of Mashiach is called the heel of Mashiach, because the world is at its lowest point since Sinai. And she continues, when I was younger, I used to sew needlepoint tapestries. One of the first ones that I ever sewed was a picture of a quaint cottage surrounded with trees and colorful flowers, with a bright blue sky and puffy white, gray and dark gray clouds. While sewing it, I decided that the grays of the clouds were too dreary. So I replaced them with bright blue and white. When I finished the picture, it didn't look quite right. Those darker, drearier colors were necessary to make the picture perfect. Sure, the vital reds and pinks and yellows and bright greens made the picture, but without the simple grays, the somber browns, and the unobtrusive blacks, the picture was not complete. Each and every one of us has a crucial role in drawing the divine picture and bringing Mashiach. If you didn't, you would not have been created. Telling ourselves that we have no power, are insignificant, unimportant, and don't matter is simply a product of laziness. On the contrary, the very fact that we are such ordinary people, struggling with the most earthly, mundane matters, that's exactly what qualifies us more than any other generations to bring God down to earth. You can invite him in unless you live there. You can't, invite him in unless you live there yourself. These are the words of Rabbi Zushe Silberstein. And I would add, in addition to what you just said, what we have in our generation that never had is that the Rebbe, the Nasi Ador, the leader of the generation, who is the Mashiach of the generation, clearly and unequivocally said, we are living the final moments of exile and the beginning of the redemption. It is happening. He declared it as a prophecy. Prophecies must and will be fulfilled, and they're being fulfilled because what we're living now is the process. So we have to add our part. And as we just said, we are not insignificant. We have the power, otherwise we would have not been placed here and now. So let's do our part. One mitzvah, one good deed. Aleph, the letter Aleph, that if God forbid we'll still be in exile tomorrow, we will discuss it. But hopefully we won't, because we will have the Aleph of Anochi Hashem Elokecha revealed in the base HaMikdash.